C. Listen to part of a lecture and answer the questions.
The Amazon River pulsates surging once a year, from November through May. The volume of the mainstream swells. For example, as stated in your text, on June 1st, 1989, the level of the river at Manaus, 900 miles from the ocean, was 45 feet above low water, nearly reaching the 1953 all-time high watermark on the flood gauge. Now, the Amazon's volume in that month far exceeded the combined flow of the next 8 largest rivers on Earth. A pretty extraordinary stat if you think about it. It does this by the end of every May, even in years of normal flow. During the second half of the year, this regular flow diminishes. All right, yes, here it is in your text, page 372. In November of 1990, also around Manaus, stretches of white beaches and sandbars were exposed to the sun for the first time in living memory. The river has fallen 50 feet to its lowest level on record this century. The only official studies of the main stream flow were done in 1963 and 1964, which were years estimated as having less than average rainfall by the U.S. Geological Survey. Measurements were made at Obidos, 600 miles inland, where the Amazon squeezes through a single channel, very narrow in comparison, a little more than a mile wide. Findings gave the average minimum discharge at 3 million cubic feet per second, while the average maximum reached 8.5 million. For comparison, our own Mississippi River at Vicksburg averages 620,000 cubic feet per second. It has been suggested that the Amazon's average annual discharge equals 20% of the total continental runoff of all rivers on Earth. Note, this does not mean that the Amazon system holds 1/5 of the entire world's fresh water, as some other books have interpreted this data. In fact, all the Amazonia's waterways hold less than 1/10,000th of the world's fresh water, most of which, by the way, is locked up in polar ice.
1. What is implied when the professor uses words such as pulsate and surge? 2. Why does the professor make a point of relating the Mississippi River in the lecture?